After a grueling campaigning process where insults were hurled, blows were traded, voters were swayed, and eventually votes were cast, the results to the 5 states assembly elections are only a couple of days away. However, before the Election Commission draws the result from EVMs, the news TV channels have come up with their exit polls. However, the results have upset a few and made their weekdays rough. Hi and welcome to TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Tanya, and in this video I'll talk about how the media itself has stopped believing in exit polls ever since the BJP came to power. Let's begin. According to most exit polls, BJP is set to come to power in Uttar Pradesh riding on tidal Yogi Adityanath wave. The result of India Today Exists My India exit polls predict a complete BJP sweep. The polls said that the Yogi Adityanath-led party would win 288 to 326 seats in the 403 seats assembly. Meanwhile, Jan Ki Baat polls predict 222 to 260 seats for BJP. The P-Mark claims BJP will win 240 seats. The TV9 Bharatvarsh has been conservative in its prediction, stating that the Yogi Adityanath will return to power by polling 211 to 225 seats. However, the upshot is that UP is set to don saffron for the second consecutive time. Consequently, all exit polls forecast dismal performance by the Congress party, pushing it to the 4th position behind BJP, Samajwadi Party and Bahujan Samaj Party. They have predicted that Congress would be restricted to within single-seat figures. Akhilesh Yadav-led SP had been constantly claiming to overthrow BJP out of the state during the election trail. However, the most seats SP has received in the exit polls is only 135 to 165, predicted by Jan Ki Baat. Thus, it appears that SP may have to contend playing a subdued opposition to BJP in the state assembly. The calculations in the exit polls have certainly knocked a few off their perch. Rajdeep Sardesai, who works for India Today, was visibly distraught at the results and tried to play down Yogi's popularity. Sardesai was of the view that Yogi's victory is based on his religious image that somehow swayed the voters. Sardesai tweeted, "If India Today exit polls holds on results day, two big winners are Arvind Kejriwal and Yogi Adityanath. Both political disruptors, Kejriwal as a startup, Yogi as a religious figure. Both challenge establishment politics. Caveat, exit polls aren't results. See you on 10th. While Sardesai can do his lazy punditry all he likes, the truth is that Yogi's popularity amongst the masses is a direct result of his development activities. Yogi has led UP to the path of development, progress and upliftment, something which was missing with the previous state governments. However, Sardesai, who has announced his retirement from covering elections for the umpteenth time, even rivaling Shahid Afridi, did not waste a heartbeat to proclaim Kejriwal's victory in Punjab as a result of his startup model of politics. However, it is clear as chalk and cheese that during the election canvassing process, it was Kejriwal-led AAP that heavily used the Khalistan issue to drive the votes in its kitty. AAP leader Kumar Vishwas had remarked in the run-up to elections that Kejriwal harbored dreams of becoming Prime Minister of Khalistan.
कहता है कि तू चिंता मत कर, या तो मैं एक स्वतंत्र सूबे का मुख्यमंत्री बनूंगा, और मैंने कहा ये अलगाववाद 2020 का रेफरेंडम आ रहा है, पूरी दुनिया फंडिंग कर रही है ISI से लेके और बाकी अलगाववादी ग्रुप, तो कहता तो क्या हो गया, तो स्वतंत्र देश का पहला प्रधानमंत्री बनूंगा.
And yet Sardesai dubbed Yogi as a religious figure, even casting aspersions over his company's data and saying that this is not the final result. While Sardesai had to keep up with the appearances and hide his dejection, it appeared that Congress leader Priyanka Gandhi had resigned herself to the fate. Asked about the beating Congress was taking in exit polls in all 5 states, Priyanka said, "We fought as hard as we could. We will wait and see the results." Similarly, for the Samajwadi Party, its alliance party Rashtriya Lok Dal chief Jayant Chaudhary remarked in the aftermath of exit polls, "There is no doubt that our alliance will form the government in UP this time. All this is an attempt to create mental pressure. It's a way to demoralize the people who want a change in the state. Sometimes people form their opinions on the basis of others' statements. Rohini Singh, the alleged 2 BHK benefactor of SP in the previous elections, has kept an uncharacteristic mum over the exit poll results ever since they were announced. Before the last phase of UP elections, Rohini, for all practical purposes, had become the voice of SP on social media platforms, doing the bicycle's bidding with pomp and vigor. A 4-1 scoreline has made BJP buoyant in the run-up to 2024 Lok Sabha elections. However, its rivals and certain indoctrinated journalists are crestfallen. Ever since PM Modi and BJP came to power in 2014, the exit polls and the eventual results have become a source of perpetual misery for the lot. It's no different this time around as well.